After spending 3 hours on a level that I already beat in Luigi's Adventure 3 OSC, beating it and then seeing another stage afterwards require glitches, the springboard one, while being shot at by random bullets, another bullet shooter, and a spiny I think it was, I made the executive decision to just finish this hack off for now. I don't feel like main projecting it up, and if you haven't realized already, this room is from Luigi's Adventure 3 OSC. I don't remember which castle. Also, you gotta wait, nor do I care too much. This castle is kind of lackluster, and so is the hack, and that's quite disappointing. Now, I explained my views and stuff in the description of the last video, but I don't know how often people read that. It's not like it matters, but pretty much I'm very disappointed at these later Anikiti hacks, because I remember really liking OSC 1 and also Deluxe to the extent, and both of those had like really pretty good final levels. Like, they felt epic in a way. So like, this one feels kind of like Luigi's Adventure 3 OSC, and it's just kind of and I kind of don't hate this use of it. I don't hate it. It's, you have movement in the XY, and it's not just jumping. And you know what, that's, you know, it's fine. It's just a very slow auto-scroll section to deal with every single time, and also it's the same position every single time. So it's pretty sad that I ever got hit in this section, but you know, what are you gonna do? So I almost want to say I like SER third, which is really weird to say because I didn't really like SER at all. Like, even the SER Bowser Castle was a lot better. This is a pretty much new room, and it's a split path. Go figure, 2 rooms in. I think that decision was pretty wrong. To be honest, and you'll see when I get to the outtakes. Oh, why isn't this life change? I wonder why. So yeah, this is like, the first half isn't like very extremely bad. The second half is where the trouble comes in. I mean, this room is pretty much my most troublings, and I think there was a room in LA3 OSC that was kind of similar to this, but not as mean. I don't know. I do a lot of this for a while because basically I want to get rid of Kamek, and it's only like the second or third time I've been here, so I apologize, but this happens like 2 or 3 times, so, and I didn't think to, you know, maybe speed it up just a little bit. Figured I'd have more to talk about, which I did, and now I'm kind of, you know, I don't know what the heck to say, but yeah, I'll finish it eventually. Oh, I didn't explain too much of what level it was. Do you guys remember the wind level in LA3 OSC Special World? The one where it makes you like have a floaty jump and you can fly with the cape? Well, there's 2 changes to that level. 3 actually. One is that the wind is different and it's constantly pushing you to the right, which, you know, once you get used to it, but it took me a while to get used to it. Second of all, there's no wind in the second half, which you would think is a good thing. It's good because you don't get thrown off into the abyss immediately, and that's good, and it's good for everything else, but I'm pretty sure it helped with the Koopa jump section, which leads me to number 3. The second power-up in the level is a fire flower, and by which I mean the only other power-up in the stage. The first one's a cape, of course it's a cape. The second one's a fire flower. That makes that level downright impossible, unless you die in the second half with a power-up in your box, or take a power-up with you, which I did. I took a cape, because that's downright unfair to make you do the stupid Koopa jumps with the precise jumping, remove the button press without a cape. I tried it many times. That throttle placement is so terrible. By the way, awful placement. It's the only reason why the last run didn't work out too well. Yeah, it was bad. Like, I got so many, not even, like, there wasn't even that many times against the thing. And that's only one life farm to 99. It's just that I show it twice because I have to enter it twice, just so, you know, we're all aware. And then we get into this lovely second half. This room, you know, going through it the first time is alright. Spoiler. But you probably noticed that there's a P-switch gate up in the other room there. Yeah, you see how tight this is and enemy spam galore? Right, yeah, that's exactly what we have to do in it. And you know how well I am with those controls. Like, it seems like a gimmick that could be used well, like holding an item to swim faster, but it just never is. Like, there's some VIP 2 and plenty of other hacks have done it, where you just, yeah, bring it through tight corridors with monsters everywhere. That's good design, but, like, you're playing the exact same section, but backwards. So it's really fun to go through this every time you die in this stage. And luckily enough, I didn't die too many times outside of this thing. And luckily enough, it's something that can be gotten somewhat consistently, not really by me too well, but once you figure out a good pattern, it's not that bad, but it's still horrible. Yeah, this room is kind of weird, I don't know. Again, you can get it consistently, but, man, it's annoying. There's this one jump that is coming up in a second, and you can kind of see what's coming up. Yeah, because anything else would involve waiting for 5 million years. It's like, that's a really mean jump! Yeah, so... where the hell did everything go with what I had to say with this about this hack and stuff? I don't know, like, it's just weird. I just, disappointment. I'm gonna finish the series, of course. I don't think I'm gonna ever bother with the original Luigi's Adventure. I seen Virus torture himself with it, and that's not the kind of thing I want to do. Like, with Hyper 6, watching it and playing it was two different things, and I was watching that before I was really playing hacks in general, I think, and at the very least to the difficult extent of what I usually play. This section reminds me a lot of room, the first room in the second half of Luigi's Adventure 3 OSE's, the special castle, so that's indicative of how kind of annoying it is to play. But yeah, I don't know, there's a lot of things with the Hyper 6 that are not as well designed as I thought they were playing them. Instead, I thought I was gonna get hit there. That was pretty dangerous. Yeah, so it's overall just disappointing, and I'm not sure, I don't really understand it. I'm not sure if the only reason it's disappointing is because the amount of overused level design that I've seen before. I mean, would I like it more if I hadn't seen the levels? Is the original content really up to par? These are the questions that I ponder while throwing corpses at a level, while stealing people's lines, because nailed it totally. I decided to skip this part. Don't worry, I show it in 2x speed in the outtakes because it's totally necessary. Like, you can see what needs to be done, like, to the right there. Like, why did I bother showing it? I don't really know. Spoiler, this is the farthest I got on, like, the second run into this outside of the water section. There was loud curse words happening. it wasn't my finest moments. And then we get to a room where I decided not to play. I was like, I'm not taking any chances. I think those are the falling platforms. And you see how long it goes on for. Like, this just goes on and nothing's happening, and then an eerie, and then another eerie. Like, whatever. Don't care. Yeah, I'm surprised it's not the crumbly blocks, but this hack didn't really have a lot of, like, custom MIDI things. It didn't have any bros in it. The music was just All-Stars music, which was disappointing also. But, I mean, I can't even really say that's much of a big deal here. But, in all honesty, I don't know. I kind of was expecting it. So really, the only one is, like, 5th edition, which I can't even play yet. Which, I don't know why I would just yet, but it's not finished, and I don't know if it ever will be, but from what I've seen of it, it looks like the better portions of LA3 OSC, so that's good. I attempted to do the flying and hitting the Mecha Koopas onto Bowser. I can't do it. It would take some practice for me to do, and I don't really feel like it. I am not going to get good time in that. So I don't really care. This is, like, weird. There's no music at all, and except for the notes that happen. Like, the only thing that was changed was to be continued, I think, and the music. That was literally it. It boggles my imagination. I don't really understand, but oh well, that's how it goes. Kinda indicative of the entire hack as a whole, and that's really, really sad. So, yeah, that's kinda I'll finish it eventually. I don't know when that'll be, whenever I feel like actually doing it, so that's how it goes, because I can't really, like, because when I get to a point where I just want to get it done, like, I'll just really, really hurt myself in ways of playing a video game for too long when it's clearly there's not much hope left, and yell at it a lot. And it's when playing a video game gets painful and is almost in the ways of self-inflicted abuse, because it's a choice. I can just turn the game off, guys. I promise I don't have a problem here. It's like, I just got it. I just had to end it. I'm gonna play something new once this is done with the commentary thing going on. I didn't even know how the hell. I threw things at that and nothing wanted to work until I tried that, and it's pretty obvious when you think about it. But yeah, here's the outtakes. They'll last for now at least, whenever I decide to do that. Y'all know I never quit anything. I thought that was like somewhere like a pipe, or I could go above the level or something, you know, something well designed that I wouldn't have to replay the exact section. But knowing Anikiti, you know what it's going to be, because it's always going to be that kind of thing. That's kind of like VIP too, except VIP does it a little more cleverly. I mean, granted, it's the same type thing where it's like most annoying way possible. VIP does it a little more cleverly, but VIP also does it a lot more annoyingly. So, I don't know, maybe it's a Japanese hack thing. I don't think it is, but whatever. That's just how it goes. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I should like, a long time from now, replay OSC, like, the VIP thing with a certain person, but I don't know. Recently, it's so sad. I once called you my favorite hacker, and I cannot no more. See you, everybody.